Those of you struggling to trade price discovery and parabolic uptrends in today's market, this video is for you guys. I'm going to be going over the 3 steps that I take. So I will show you how to find entries in parabolic uptrends, as well as showing you how to identify your targets for your trade, as well as showing you how I look to take profit. And make sure you guys stick around to the end, because I will be showing you how I look to reap the most reward from this kind of market. So let's get into it. So let's start off here about how to find entries and what indicators you need to do so. Basically, how you can find entries on assets that are moving into price discovery, basically where price has never traded before, if you're struggling to find entries, and where to take profit. I'm going to be showing you in today's video. So let's get started here. What you want on your chart is the EMA, moving average exponential, and the MA, moving average. Search it here, moving average simple. So you can add those two to your chart, or I made it a bit easier for you guys. I do have a custom indicator, glitch trend it's called. Basically it's the 200 EMA and the 200 MA, and then it has the area in between filled in. You can change the colors and customize it a bit for yourself as well. Just makes it a very clear, nice trend portrayal. Link for that will be in my description. You simply add it to your favorites on TradingView, and then you can add it right to your chart. Highly recommend you use it, guys, because it does make it for a nice trend portrayal. So in getting into about how you find entries here, basically what you want to do as an asset is getting close to price discovery. You really want to try finding entries that lead, try to find an entry before it enters price discovery, because that's when you can get the most reward typically. Now you can get reap reward from here, don't get me wrong, but as an asset enters price discovery, that's when you can really get some, really make some big money that way. So if we take a look here, the example I'm using is Render. Basically, as it's nearing price discovery, you want to see if you can find an entry. Let's say it's trading somewhere around here. You're looking for an entry. You see it's nearing price discovery here, so you want to try finding an entry. So if you take this trend, add it to your chart, then simply toggle between time frames to find what trend it is respecting. So if we take a look here at the 4-hour time frame, let's see. It is being held as resistance on the way down, and very nicely holding as support on the way up so far. You can see, like I said, this is, let's just say price action is back here, that you're paying attention to it here. Forget that this never happened yet, and you're looking for an entry. You can see 4-hour trend is very nicely being respected. You can look at this and say, hey, look, I want to bid a test of this 4-hour trend and look for continuation into price discovery. So you simply bid this test, have your stop loss. I have more in-depth videos about stop loss and on my Twitter as well. Feel free to send me a DM on Twitter. All my social links will be in the description below. If you guys have any questions, or put it in the comments, I'll try to get to them for you guys. So basically, you enter along the 4-hour trend, and you can see very nicely printed here. Okay, so we're not going to get into targets here, but basically you can see worked out very well. So we're just talking about entries for now. So let's continue here. Even if you didn't enter there, this time was kind of front ran here, so you might have not gotten an entry here. But you can see here, holding as resistance before it was reclaimed, retested, front ran a little bit, but in general, the same general area you would have bid, because there is some nice support here. So you can see, held as resistance, reclaimed, you got that nice retest, and you could have bid that retest looking for continuation higher. As you can see, played out very nicely here. Continued much higher from there. And as price goes on, you simply look to bid a test of those trends. Now, if you want, I mean, even here, this time it started chopping, so you would have stopped applying the trend here. But you can see, if you want an entry even on lower time frames, if you zoom in and find a lower time frame trend, like a really low time frame trend here, so maybe it's 15-minute. Let's take a look. What is it respecting on the way up? Whoops, if we go over here, where is it now? Actually, you know what? 1-hour time frame might be pretty nice here, to be honest. Yeah, here we go. This is more like it. Yeah, so you can see 1-hour trend is being respected. Resistance, support, resistance, support in general. Now, it doesn't have to be perfectly tested, but the general area needed to hold, held market structure here as well, made a higher low, and continued higher. So you simply look to bid dips along this trend. Even here, it might have even been a lower time frame trend, so it could have been even like something like the 30-minute time frame that you could have looked to bid here. If we go back here, you can see very nice, 30-minute trend, very nicely respected. So you continue to look for dips into that low time frame trend, continue to bid and expect higher. So you have tons of opportunity here to find entries to continue to target higher. Now this is getting into our targets here, but briefly just summarizing, basically just summarizing really quickly, finding these entries. You just want to look for dips into these trends that are being respected. It's really that simple. Look for a bit of support confluence or something along with that trend, and then just continue to target higher. Briefly interrupting the video here, just want to tell you guys where you can find more of my content and educational stuff. It's going to be inside the Trading Mastery Discord for you guys. If you want to join, it's completely free. All you have to do is sign up with our ref link to Bybit. If you are trading on Bybit, it's completely free for you guys. All you have to do is sign up via that Bybit account. And we will get you entered. That's where I do my live streams as well as drop market updates, altcoin setups, Bitcoin, Ethereum setups. It's just where I go in depth on most of my content. You guys can also find me on Twitter. All my links will be in the description below. Like I said, it's completely free, no cost for you guys if you guys want to join. I'd love to see you guys in there. Back to the video. Now, getting into how to find areas to target once an asset reaches price discovery. Since it's in price discovery, there is no levels to target. So you want to use your fib extension tool. It'll be called the fib retracement tool in TradingView. Simply use it here. It might even be on your sidebar here. You can go here. Let's see, right here. Fibonacci fib retracement. And if you take it, the levels you want to have on it are simply 1.618, 2.618, 3.618, 4.236, 4.68, and 685 and 1109. Now what I'll do for you guys is if I click on it here and get to settings for you guys can copy the exact settings I have if you want. Simply pause the video, take a look here at my settings. I'll scroll down through it here real quick for you guys. You can copy the same, all the same settings I have. Okay, back to it. So basically what you want to do with this fib extension tool, let me go back to full screen here. You want to take it from the last major pullback. So the high and then the low from the last major pullback before price broke out. So that would be right here. This was the last major pullback before continuation into price discovery. You got this high, simply pull it from this high to the low, and then you got your targets here. Let me just move it over a bit here for you guys. There you go, perfect. Now you can see first target 1.618, second target 2.618, 3.618, 4.236, 4.618, 685, and then of course 1109. So now this gives you your entry here. This gives you your targets. Now, if you had entered on this 4-hour time frame like we were talking about on that 4-hour trend right here, expecting price discovery. So if you would have entered on this 4-hour trend here, looking to target price discovery, your first target would have been right here, this 1.618. So you could take a bit off here on this 1.618, continue to target that next level, 2.618, 3.618, 4.236, 4.618, 685 would have even been another level. It reached the whole way to the 685, and then you can see chopped around, trends chopped up, not trending anymore. So I would have ended up closing the position most likely. I personally would have, it's up to you whether you want to continue to hold. I would recommend just taking a bit off at each fib extension and then closing the majority once it's clearly not trending anymore, or it's broken down between key trends here. So if we take a look, if you really want to maximize your profit on these kind of trades, what you do is simply hold almost your entire position until the trend breaks down. So in this case, this would be the 4-hour trend that you entered on. So you would hold until the 4-hour trend broke down, which, as you can see here, broke down over here. So you would have closed here. Technically, you would have closed. Now, you could have held until a higher time frame trend, maybe like the daily trend broke down. That is something you could do. You just have to keep in mind that you have to acknowledge that this trend broke down and could continue lower into that higher time frame trend. But technically, you hold until this trend that you entered on broke down. So you would have closed right here, and then you would have got back in on that retest right here. Got a nice retest, continue to look higher. And if you really want to maximize your profits, instead of taking some off at the next fib level, like here, here, or here, you simply wait for that trend to break down. So you would have closed here. So instead of taking some off here at the 2.618, 3.618, 4.236, 4.618, you could have held the whole way until it broke down back below this 4-hour trend. So you can see how you would have made much more profit instead of taking a profit at each fib level. Now, what can happen is this could have broken down here. This is the con of doing this, doing it this way. Basically, it could have broken down here, and you would have closed. If it broke down here, you could have closed here, and you would not have been able to take any profit on this test here. So that is the con. But in a bull market, when things are uptrending quite a bit, you can oftentimes lock in a lot more profit by simply holding until that trend breaks. That's just a way you can really capitalize on the entirety of the trend and capture the majority of the move. As well as if you want to, this is getting a little bit more in depth. I have another video on this as well on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out. Again, any questions, just ask it in the comments. I'll try to get to it here. But if you look at a lower time frame trend, so maybe in this case, something like a 30-minute trend, let's see what's being respected here. If we go back here, yeah, so 30 minutes being respected. You could even compound on a test of these lower time frame trends. So here you could have added. Now I would recommend not to compound too many times because the trend is going to eventually break. But you would have bid this 4-hour trend test that happened right here. You could have waited for the reclaim of the lower time frame trend. You can see very nice low time frame trend here with the 30-minute trend. Reclaimed, and then wait for that retest, which you could have just bid. I mean, this retest would have been the one I would have bid here personally because you have nice support here. Add it to your position. So original entry here. Now your entry is probably here, but you have double the position. And instead of having your stop loss down here, move your stop loss up here. And you're expecting continuation higher. Like I said, I have another video on this. Simply go back through my videos. You'll see it. It's in the educational playlist for you guys if you guys want to go over it. But you can see how now you have double the position size and you would reap a lot more reward from this. So you can make a lot more money that way and then close that, hold that until the trend breaks down, that low time frame trend breaks down, and then close the compound, the adds that you added to your position here. So you added them here, wait for that trend to break down, close them once this trend has broken down, held all the way up until about here, and then you would have closed. But you would have held the remainder of your position that you had from down here, from that test of the 4-hour trend. Might as well hold that until that 4-hour trend breaks down. And this was another test of the 4-hour trend, and it continued higher from there. So you can see how you can reap a lot of reward from these assets to go into price discovery if you can get those ideal entries. And then simply by using that fib extension tool like I was talking about here with those levels, I mean, if we zoom out here, it gives you some pretty good targets as well. Like you can see price even paused here at the 1.618, consolidated a bit. Almost kind of flipped this 2.618 into support kind of, and this 3.618 consolidated here a bit and ended up topping out here at the 685. So it's a very simple strategy for you guys, especially if you guys are beginners or even more seasoned traders here. Pretty simple idea to get onto here. All you got to do is simply have this trend and simply use your fib extension tool with these levels that I have. Makes it very easy for you guys, and especially during the bull run, you can really capitalize on trends and catch the majority of the move that way. So hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll try to get to them. But any likes or engagement with this, please like, subscribe, put some time into making this video. So hopefully it was helpful for you guys. And pay attention to my channel. I'm going to be dropping some more videos soon. And see you guys next time. Peace.